Well,
Are you a new person, or are you finally allowing the world to see who you've been from birth?
Okay, this is an interesting thing, and I actually want to test this theory. Okay, so like, close your eyes, right, and let me ask you, if I was to say JoJo Siwa, what do you envision in your head? What person do you see?
When we close your eyes?
Bows.
You see, okay, what do you see?
The little bows, because that had the first impact.
You do still see the bows. Okay, so earlier today, somebody was telling me that, and a very respectable person was telling me that they didn't. They don't see that anymore. Like, you hear JoJo Siwa, and like, I see Karma and the Karma Beast and the dance and the grinding my bean and the construction vest and the fur ball and the lady gun. It's like a very, I think because it was such a strong out the gate with Karma.
So did we give you a disappointing answer?
No, not at all. It's more so curious to me because it's actually something that I want people to remember that I was at some point that human.
I don't think it's you. I think it's who personally, I see Bows because of where I am in my life with my daughter who's 10, who's still watching Dance Moms and still watching you as that little, she's not actually asking me about grinding on a beat.
Figured.
I was joking.
And
but
if she was, that's your problem, baby.
Because I see you that way because that's how my daughter sees you.
Exactly.
So
And that's the light that I'm in right now.
But also, you've spent more of your life
with
the Bows than
I've spent
this is
20 years there, 1 year here. It's it's very ratioed, yeah.
So, but it's the same thing as, and I know you get compared to this a lot, to the things that Miley did and to. Does that bother you?
No.
I think that's great.
Honor. Like, it's like holy shit, I can't believe people compare me.
But they took a lot of shit being that Disney kid and then doing that, and so did Britney Spears by the same token. And anybody who comes out of, because Disney, more than anything, is a brand. You know, and the people who perform on it are very cohesive to that brand.
You're part of it.
It makes sense that you are a Disney. That's why they call them Disney kids. You know,
what's interesting is the brand that I'm going, not against, but I'm going away from is my own brand. So I'm JoJo Siwa, right? Which was the brand. There was not. I had Nickelodeon behind me, but it was more so people didn't know like, oh, JoJo Siwa is Nickelodeon. They knew JoJo Siwa was JoJo Siwa, right? And that's because all stemmed from my YouTube. But now I'm creating a new JoJo Siwa. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? There's no character. It was like Miley was Hannah Montana, and then she got to be Miley Cyrus, right? Whereas for me, it's like, okay, no, JoJo Siwa and JoJo Siwa, same human, different art. You know what I mean? And so that's where it's like, it's kind of been a complicated thing, but one of the most important things to me is that kid world still got to live on for forever and ever and ever, which is why
that's what I was going to ask you. Economically, you know, we talked about this the last time, you know, the Bows and the all that stuff you had, there was all licensed out and part of what Target was selling and whatnot. That doesn't fit the brand that you're presenting now. Does that?
It's a massive conversation. And even right before Karma came out, I was like, am I being an idiot? Like, should I just do this for the rest of my life? But passionate wise, I wouldn't survive because like this career that I'm making, this art that I'm entertaining with, that's where my heart is, right? And where my passion is and what I love to do.
Is corporate coming after you and saying, come on,
you know, we're making, hey, come on. No, I mean, look.
Do they still sell that stuff?
They still sell it. There's a few year long like sunset period. But like, look, I fulfilled my deal. We actually extended my deal, so that way we could do more merchandise, and I would be there for less time with music and TV and movies at Nickelodeon. And so yeah, it's all good. Honestly, it's kind of just like a mute relationship.
Did your mom question the fact of what this would do business wise? Is it?
I don't think she necessarily. No, I don't think she questioned it. She's always been very supportive of the decisions that I want to make, but she definitely helped me be aware of what change I was doing, right? Aware of like, hey, look, just so you know, like, booyah. But there's also, I'm very self-aware. And I think I also knew like, look, I am saying deuces to that part of my life and I need to make sure of that. But I also like, initially my label at the time wanted Karma to live on the same places that Kinder Candy Store, Boomerang, High Top Shoes lives. They wanted it to be on that same YouTube channel, on the same Spotify, and I said, no way in hell. So because 3-year-olds watch that, and I don't want a 3-year-old to be watching Kinder Candy Store and all of a sudden Karma rolls up next because it's like the next thing on the channel. No way is that happening. So that's why I made sure to separate them, and that was a hard separation to make because we already have platforms with massive numbers because of my kids' career, but then, you know, it's a catch-22 because, like, I want to shield the kids from hearing that. And, like, it's the internet. You can't shield everyone from everything. But can make sure that I put every everything in place for it.
You said I'm not surprised by backlash. I thought it was really fun, and maybe I took it wrong, but it was really funny, like the Beyonce thing.
Yeah.
That's fun. Were you being funny, or were you not? Because it
What do
became
you
a joke. I think you were. To me, I took it as a joke.
I love you don't know the conspiracy.
That Jay-Z wants everybody
I
to
just told you this. I just told you last week. You didn't even know the conspiracy.
I didn't. I did not know the conspiracy.
Yeah.
But and we had Jay Farrell do Jay-Z for, making sure that everybody says. But the truth is, it became a joke that everybody was. First came a lot of people, more than you would think of, thanking Beyonce.
Yeah.
Then came a theory.
Have you ever thanked Beyonce?
He's never been awarded anything.
If you present me with something, I would. But
you should thank Beyonce for your career.
I do. Every time my wife says yes, I thank Beyonce.
Aww.
She's disgusted. That's her mother.
That's a lot.
But really.
How long have you and your wife been together?
Almost 50 years. Like,
wow.
48 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why. Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you,
anyway, well, you shouldn't say that because you're going to get backlash.
No, I have to say thank you to her.
I know, but did you expect the backlash you got?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You obviously planned to say it.
I did not. I did
didn't?
not. I did not. No. I was at an awards show, and it was the joke at the time.
The dance award, right?
I was at the Industry Dance Awards.
Yes.
Yeah, and honestly, we were at the awards show, and I was like, I got to give a speech that night. And as I'm on stage, I was like, my job at that show is to always spice it up. I've been going for 12 years. Like, I always go out there and make the crowd laugh. Like, that's what I love to do.
I told you it's a joke.
Yeah, and I was out there and I was like, look, to keep the dance community safe, like, thank you, Beyonce. I got everybody. Like, and also, like, was I, like, cracking a joke? Yeah, but also literally, thank you, Beyonce. Please, like, let the dance community go. You know what I mean? And also just thank you for the music. You give us so much music in the dance community. But then, yeah, I didn't expect the whole, like, missing thing to happen because of Beyonce. But I ran with it and had fun with it.
I know. So you didn't expect that. So
No, but then
you're saying you didn't plan it until right before you said it? It just came out?
I didn't plan it until after I said it. I literally said it, and then I was like, all right, we'll roll with this. But then it did fade pretty well because there's a larger scale of reason for me to not be posting right now, and so it kind of helped that. You know what I mean? It kind of gave me a reason to not be posting.